We're going to start, Staffan, if I may, with what books or authors have been very impactful for you.
Malevich.
Oh, of course, there was that moment.
A non-objective world.
Yeah.
And I would say then in novels, it's lover things. L'étranger, Camus, 100 Years of Solitude. I mean, if I compare the Kandinsky spirituality in art and what he wrote about abstraction and what Malevich wrote, that's what I understood, that for me, the clear intellectual inventor of abstraction is Malevich. So I don't know.
Do you have a dream project that you haven't yet realized?
Many.
Choose one or two, as you like. It doesn't have to be related to books.
No. It's probably more related to architecture. A number of buildings that I want to build, and I will build by great architects. Hopefully with Frank Gehry. One, a house that Thomas Schütte designed, created, which is a library which I'm going to build in a forest in Sweden. A place. And I probably will build the Le Corbusier building that my father commissioned that we own. Maybe not as a museum, just as a building.
Was that commissioned as a house to live in?
No, it was commissioned as the Ahrenberg Museum in Stockholm and wasn't built because of political reasons in Sweden. But I had the plans, and we own the plans. I own plans, and it's a relatively very human scale. So it's something that could be, in fact, a house. It could be just a big loft. It could be a museum. It's everything. It's a building that I would like to. I just don't know where.
And do you have useful habits or routines?
I do. I a bit like Daniel. I start today early and I drink some coffee, and I make sure I move because I think it's very important to move. Where you swim off the walk or you have to be. Yeah. And I keep notes of everything. For me, notes and handwritten notes are very important. Very dramatic when I do this note. I have to use my memory to try to recreate those notes. Some say it's 50 plus. But those are important things for my to be able to do all the things that I enjoyed.
Is the note important at the moment of writing because it helps you consolidate the memory, or do you think it's important for the physical note afterwards? Both?
No, I don't keep the notes. I do it on recycled paper. I fold it and I keep it in my pocket. And I every day, every 2 days, I take new folded paper and I rewrite my notes. And in the rewriting of the notes, really is the mnemonic device of note taking by hand, is that the fact that you write helps you memorize. So it's more difficult to do that digitally. And I categorize everything and I get rid of what has been done that I don't need to do. And the notes become fresh and it's a constant refresher.
And I've seen you do it. And is there any useful advice, memorable advice that you were given? And then the follow-on and the final question is, what advice do you give? So it's the advice you received and then the advice you give.
The real advice I got both directly and indirectly is to be open and to be curious. I am curious. It's to be curious and to act on your curiosity. Don't hesitate to ask a question. And you'll be surprised, even it might be a Nobel Prize winning a person or a major artist. People are happy to have questions. They're happy to answer. They are, it's sometimes, even if your question might seem provocative or unusual, the best. So that's act on your curiosity and don't hesitate to act immediately. That's the advice I got for you. Advice.
Okay. All right. Well, that is an excellent place to finish, and thank you very much, Staffan. Also, the partner and supporter of Compelling. So, personal thanks to you.
Thank you, Katy.
Thank you for listening to Compelling, a podcast exploring the dynamic intersection of art, culture, and luxury. You can find out more or get in touch at thecompellingpodcast.com.